beautiful items to decorate our homes with. And they're known for decorating theme parks and big department stores and basically what I call commercial quality. And the whole thing is that you don't have to spend the kind of money that a lot of those commercial places would have to spend to get these items, but you can get them home at a QVC today's special value price. Get them in your home. They even come with a 5-year warranty. And by the way, we have our holiday return policy that goes all the way out till the end of January of next year. I want to just say right here, you can choose these beautiful green trees that have the flocking on them. This is not cheap flocking. This is expensive flocking done the right way so it stays on. That's why they can give you a 5-year warranty. You'll get the choice of a 3-foot tree, a 5-foot tree, a 7-foot tree, or a 9-foot tree. The other thing you get to choose from is, do you want the green tree with the flocking, which you see here, or an all green tree? And then the third choice you make is, do you want multicolor or clear light? So choose the height of your tree, the color of your tree, and the color of the lights. And you've got a great price. Let's show you the value on this one, because these values go all the way down to $10 a month, basically, for those 3-foot trees. We've never offered a 3-foot tree in a tree assortment from Bethlehem Lights. We also have the 5-foot tree that's $16.66 a month on Easy Pay with a credit card. Then we have the 7-foot tree at $33.32. Most 7-foot trees start at $200 and go up. Ours are just under $200. 9-foot trees. I'll tell you what, you look at a lot of 9-foot trees, they're rarely less than $500. Ours is less than $300. It's $50 a month, basically, to get that one. And just such an amazing value once you know what all the technology is all about. And that's the best part. In the meantime, I want to introduce you to Chad Johnston, who works for Bethlehem Lights and has been for years and years and years. 19 years Bethlehem Lights has been here.
Hi, Mary Beth.
Great to see
19
you again.
years for me also.
Wow, that's awesome. Well, let me ask you this. First of all, what are the things that separate this tree? Why is this the tree that we should consider this year?
Okay, so number one, it's our only slender profile tree collection that we're doing for the entire year.
I like that slender. We call them slim, but I like slender.
And it's tomato. But slender's better because when people think of slim, I think, like you were talking earlier, they think of the old pencil skinny, like there's no definition. This looks like a real tree.
That's right.
And it's just a little bit more slender. It's still full and lush, but it's just easier to set up. It's lightweight. If you're looking for a smaller location or you're looking for an area to fill, you can fill just about any size because of the diameter. But you asked me what makes it separate. What makes it separate is all the different technologies that Bethlehem Lights included. The first and most important one is the fact that we have Bethlehem Lights commercial lighting, okay? And so basically what that means is that if I pull a bulb out of here, the rest are going to stay lit. Before, it was only if one light burns out, the rest will stay lit. But even that, if it burns out or comes loose or ajar, the whole strand goes out, and that's like a big pain in the neck. Now I can pull the lights out, nothing happens to them. In fact, if you do pull it out, you take a hammer, you smash it, we give you a replacement, you put it right back in, but you won't notice because of that. That's a big thing.
And the number of lights on each tree, walk me through that.
Yes, so that's huge, okay? So like right here on this 5-foot flock tree, we have 200 lights. So you might be like, 200, let me look at the catalogs. Keep in mind, the diameter is only 22 inches in diameter. It's not even 2 feet wide, and we have 200 lights. I mean, it's all lights. And not only that, we have more foliage than we ever have had before. And on the green versions, we have molded tips. So this was all inspired from our Sonoma collection last year that we ended up going on like a couple times. It sold out. It was slender. We realized, wow, there's a real need. People want to downsize the diameter, and so we added all our new technologies, and that's why it's today's special value.
And here's the other thing, too. We're going to show you how simple and easy it is to put together, but I already have to give you an update. More than 14,000 trees have already been ordered since we kicked this off. If you want the 9-foot here, how many lights are on the 9-foot?
550.
550 lights. This is the 9-footer. If you want the flocked tree with the multicolored lights, 2 dozen remain. 24 trees remain. And here's what you need to know. This is the last tree, today's special value of the year. There won't be one that's a big deal on QVC2. This is it. This is the big guy. This is the one you want to buy if you want that slender size. And we've got 4 heights to choose from, 2 different looks on the tree, and 2 different colors of lights. So very, very important. Also, if you want the all green tree in 9 feet with the multicolored lights, fewer than 200 remain. So back to the lights. How many lights even on the 3-foot guy?
So on the 3-foot, there's 100 incandescent lights on here. And incandescent's important because incandescent lights are commercial lighting that we had when we were kids. The problem is back then you had the issue if a light burns out, they go out. The incandescent lights is what makes your ornaments and your trees illuminate so beautifully.
Yeah.
They're brighter than LEDs. And so like back here on the clear tree, there's 100. This is a 3-foot tree.
Yeah.
And there's 100 lights on that tree.
Wow.
We've never done 100 lights on a 3-foot tree of anything ever in the history of Bethlehem Lights and QVC, I can tell you
That's
that.
amazing.
Yeah.
And so 100 there, 200 on the 5-foot. On the 7-foot tree, how many lights?
400.
Wow. And 550 on the 9-foot. Okay, so here's the other thing. Is it easy to put together? Let's show them.
Let's show.
Okay.
I'm going to have Alana just quickly put it together.
I put it together for the first time ever earlier this morning.
You did a great job. By the way, notice it comes with a decorative scroll base at the bottom. That's brand new. Also has a foot pedal to turn it on and off. This is, well, by the way, we never set up 9-foot trees live. Ever.
Right.
This
No,
is the first
we always
time
do the 7 feet.
This is the first time. And typically we do 6.5
Yeah.
because they're heavier. And so Alana's putting together the 9-foot. And I keep pointing this out because
it's so great.
Problem with the 9-foot tree is you need to get a chair or a ladder or something and stand on it. And the top is way up here, and even I can't reach it. Now Alana, she's 5'7", can easily reach it. Mary Beth did this earlier.
Yeah.
And now the 9-foot tree is set up, and you can see here. This is the best part of QVC.
Yeah.
It's live TV. We didn't shape it. We didn't pre-shape it. It's full. You can't see me behind it. It's just a dense, lush, beautiful
gorgeous.
tree.
And with that being said, sometimes people are saying, well, what about the downswept part? Is this going to just go down and I can't put ornaments on it? What do you mean by downswept?
So downswept is the profile. So basically you can see how they kind of come out and go. That is the new, by the way, that's Mother Nature. First of all, trees look like that.
Yeah.
Second of all, it's harder to make them so you don't see them in the marketplace. It's a beautiful tree.
Yeah.
If you don't like the look, you can just lift the branches up and make it look more traditional. It's just another term.
But they're not heading straight down. It's just a little bit of a slant.
Yes,
that's
correct.
all. So you can absolutely dress these up. I want to show the video with all the big features of these trees because this is what sets the men from the boys, and I'll say from QVC, from the retail values out there that are out.
And there you're seeing that you can hang ornaments on this, and we have fully decorated trees in the sets. You've got beautiful foliage. The greenery has molded tips built in. Almost half the tree is those expensive molded tips, so it looks like a real tree. Ready shape technology, which, by the way, Bethlehem Lights invented. Instant power technology, which is only available by Bethlehem Lights with incandescent lighting. We include the new beautiful decorative base, and that's the technology, the commercial light technology I was talking about. You pull the light out, the rest are going to stay lit. And so next year, the following year, by the way, we give a 5-year warranty. When you bring your trees up from the basement or down from the attic or wherever, and you plug them in, they're all going to turn on. And
year after year, 5-year warranty. Look what we did on either side of the fireplace, a 3-foot on each side on the hearth. But you were saying if you don't have a hearth, like actually we don't have a hearth on our fireplace at home. It's just kind of tile that comes out.
Yes.
You could put a 5-foot on each side.
In fact, we have a shot. I know it's going to be hard to get it right. It'll be hard to get it now, but in our kitchen area, we put 2 5-foots on the other side of the mantle, and they look great.
Perfect. We're also showing you how you can decorate these. I mean, we're using humongous
It's a watermelon.
It's an ornament, that's right. And this is holding ornaments, so it doesn't matter if it's Lenox ornaments, heavier ornaments, lightweight ornaments. These trees will hold your ornaments just fine. Don't worry about that. Let's come over to the flocking. Why is this flocking from Bethlehem Lights better than what we find in a lot of stores?
Because in the other stores, there's different ways and styles of doing flocking. You can get glue, where you put like a caulky, chalky type of flocking on top of it. It's awful and it's messy, and if it gets too hot, it's gross. And then there's also like a powder flocking that is just straight up powder, that when the cat walks by, the cat is flocked. Bethlehem Lights is reinvented. We call it Everflock, but we've reinvented how we flock trees. I've been there in person. I've watched it. I was a part of the process. It's amazing how they do it. Every single tree goes through the process. All the caps are hidden, or the lights are hidden by caps so that you don't get flocking on it. Then it goes.
Because if you get flocking on the lights, it dims the lights.
It dims the lights.
You don't want to dim the light.
No, and go out in the store and see a flock tree, because 95% of them are going to look that way.
Yeah.
We take the extra time. It's actually a lot more expensive.
Yeah.
And then we have these big heat compressors where we put them in there so that the flocking stays on it. And all that means to you.
After year after year.
Yes, and all that means to you is that when you get it at home, you might have to vacuum up the floor a little the first time, but when you walk by, you're not going to be covered in flock.
That's exactly right. These are really nice. Now, I want to just let you see, this is what the flocking looks like with the multicolored lights. This is what the flocking looks like with the white lights. A lot of people love both. The fact is, if you want the colored lights on the 9-foot flocked tree, we have a dozen left, and that is it. A dozen. Well, we want to go over here and show you kind of our tree, the Bethlehem Lights tree, versus, I'll switch places with you. And show us what you bought yesterday.
All right. This was not done on purpose. This section's not supposed to be out. This is not Bethlehem Lights right here. This is brand Z. X. I went out yesterday to the closest big box mass store from QVC, and I purchased a 7-foot tree because I wanted to compare it to our 7-foot tree.
Yeah.
And I will tell you that I spent considerably more money than what ours is selling for.
About
and you can
$100
just see on the profile that it's a lot skinnier. It has less lights. But the reason why I bought it is because I wanted to show, it actually had a tag on it, and it said, if a light burns out, the rest will stay lit. But what it doesn't tell you is if a light breaks or falls out, the rest don't stay lit. And so there's a strand that's out. In fact, this one, I put the light bulb back in it, and I couldn't get the section of light back up. So right now, I would be frustrated as a consumer, and I would return the tree. And if you're getting it and setting it up right before Christmas, you'll be frustrated.
Yeah.
With Bethlehem Lights, you could take any tree, and they're hard to get out too.
Yeah.
It's called PermaSnap. We don't want the lights falling out, but if they do, I'm gonna pull it out. Nothing happens to the other lights. They're still all lit.
And that could even happen with 3 or 4 or 5 of the bulbs if you want to.
Correct. I went down last night and started pulling lights out, and they all stayed lit.
Amazing. I want to go back to the value, because here's when you have to make your decision. Because the other thing I need to tell you, not only is it the last today's special value of the year with these Christmas trees, but this is the only order of the year. And what that means is that when these are gone, like for instance, we have a dozen left in the 9-foot flocked multicolor light. When that's gone, it's gone. And that's why you want to get ahead of everybody else who's not watching right now, that might be watching later, and get the trees you want. A lot of you are buying more than one, because with a slim tree situation, you can put like a couple of them together.
Clusters.
A cluster.
Yeah.
Let's start over here. I want to show you. We're kind of in a smaller living room. Let's say you've downsized a little bit. And I mean, even I have a large home because I had so many kids, but you know, each room isn't huge.
Correct.
And so you still have only certain amount of space. Look what we did here. This could be a bay window. This could be a bench in your kitchen or whatever. What'd you do here?
So I just took two. I took the 5-foot and the 3-foot, and I put them together. What would be really cool is if I had another 3-foot, I could move this back, put 2 in front.
Yeah.
This look is in. They're called alpine trees. Go look in your catalogs. They're trying to do it. They don't do it this well. In fact, one of the biggest ways that Christmas tree companies cut corners is that they have the clearance end right here. Take a
Yeah,
look.
and then you get all that trunk going.
And our trees are practically touching the bottom of
Yeah.
the floor, and we give you the decorative scroll, the base, that bronze base, so you don't even need a tree skirt.
Right.
It's just a beautiful look, and it's two trees that don't take up a lot of space.
And by the way, you could get both of these home on Easy Pay for less than $27 a month.
Wow.
How about